Good afternoon to everybody. Today we're gonna talk about of what we are in control. Everyone wish to be in control of their own life. We all wish that we can control the outcome of our life, the future. But what we really control? Are we in control? This is a question that many people, generation after generation, for millions of years, asked before me and before anybody else. What we can control is a very big question. I used to believe, like many others, that I was in control. And slowly I realized that I was not in control. But now I feel that I'm partially in control of my life. So what I really control? I don't know. I wanted to be a basketball player, and I worked very hard to become one. I used to play basketball every day. I used to skip school to go and play basketball. And then an injury ruined everything. I broke my knee, and my career, that wasn't anyway nothing amazing, but it was over. So what we actually really control? I was 10 years old when my father died, something that we'll talk another time, and since that moment, as like a chain reaction, everything fall apart, including my mental state. As a child, obviously, when you're a child, you're more vulnerable to problems and affect you much more than when you are an adult. So what we are not in control. Like, we are the result of circumstances, where we born, our name, our education, how we dress, what we believe to be or no. It's only a matter of circumstances. So which control we have about our life? I mean, the things I know, the topics I talk about, it's all based on circumstances that brought me here right now to make this video and talk to you, to everybody that is watching, about my life, about my spiritual encounters, about my life experiences, that which real control I had of them. I mean, which control I had about the people I met, the books I read, or the people I met that show me certain things that made me change idea. But even when I decided to change my ideas or the roads or my thoughts process, they were always anyway affected by other circumstances that already affected my mental thoughts. So we are literally the result of circumstances, and that means that there are no good or bad people. There are only certain people that they became the result of their circumstances, and other people that they are the result of their circumstances. So I feel that we might partially be in control, like many philosophers says, we are co-creators. That means that certain things is already decided, certain things based on the circumstances that created a certain thought processes create then the next experiences. They're all theory. Everything is, I mean, everything is just theory. Everything is beliefs that are no based on nothing really concrete, because everything is really a mystery. I mean, even when you experience certain extraordinary event or spiritual events, what we really know about it are, or maybe something or someone can, if you know, if they can make our existence the way it is, why something or someone might not give us certain life events just to make us believe certain things. So I mean, even when we experience certain things that we think of huge impact on our lives and that change the course of our journey, at the end, still it might not be the truth. So whatever we decide to believe or whatever we experience, until we are humans, so until we live this existence as a human being, we'll never be sure 100%. So that's why I don't try to convince people about certain experiences that I had in the past. I'm not trying to convince people about what life is about. I talk about my life experiences, and as I always say, who resonate with that, who feel that can be of help, they might, you know, they will choose to follow it, believe it, and to share it, and whatever. So obviously, I'm a human being like all of you, and sometimes I do try to convince people, and I realize only afterwards that, oh shit, I actually tried to convince them about my belief, but realizing that my belief doesn't assure that I'm right. Even if I think and I feel that it is. Okay, as I said, they are all results of my circumstances, of my life circumstances that were not, I believe, in my control. So the death of my father, the knee injury that ended up my basketball career, and so on. So the video initially was about something that happened in Australia. So I just a bit, as usual, went on and on and on with other things. But so what are we are in control, even about what we like. So this what initially was what I wanted to actually talk about. I mean, even the people we think we like, how we really are in control of that, and that's actually something can interfere and make us even change what we feel about someone. So the main topic of this video was actually always about now in Australia. That's where I feel that everything is actually started, the synchronicities, the spiritual experiences, and like the change that all those experiences made in my life that brought me here, making videos, writing. I feel changed me in good, because I feel I'm better than what I used to be. So this is about the girl that changed the course of my life when I was in Australia, and how she came into my life, it's something that really always I question, as I am in control of my life. Everything is written, or what? I mean, I met this girl in Bundaberg, in Queensland, and I met her many times inside the hostel where I lived, and I never felt anything for her. So it's not like when you see someone and you have that, how they call it, in Italy we say colpo di fulmine, but I don't know, but anyway, you know, when you see someone and they feel like, oh my God, I'm in love, oh my God, there is a connection, that obviously even that, you know, what we are in control of what. But what I want to talk about this girl is because when I arrived in Bundaberg and I went to live in this hostel, I did see this girl inside the hostel quite a few times, and I've always felt nothing. I mean, she's an Asian girl from Japan. I never cared about Asia. I never cared about Japan. My plan before I met this girl was to live in Australia for 1 year and then move to Spain, learn Spanish, and go to South America. I was, like a lot of young people, I was a firm believer of Che Guevara ideals, and my father that lived in Venezuela for many years. So that was my plan. That's what I wanted to do after Australia. Met this girl and everything changed. And before I met this girl, I never really thought about Asian girls. My girl's type was Italian, so I happened to born in Italy, and I would say my dream girl, Swedish girls, blue eyes, blonde, or I would say the best would have been blue eyes, brunette. So that was my dream girl. Otherwise, Italian girls. Never thought about Asian. Never. I came in this hostel, the Federal Backpackers. We bumped on each other quite a few times, and the only things I thought about these girls was, wow, she got a really nice body. She was tall, skinny, like kind of like girls that circumstance and brought me to life. But really strange face, like a face that doesn't really attract me at all. But she obviously, like looking back, I realized that there was something that this girl was drawing. Like, so I was drawing. Anyway, this girl was drawing my attention somehow. There were so many other girls inside the hostel, and no one of them drew my attention like she did. Even I felt that she did not have a nice, cute face. I always feel she had a strange face, but nice body. Never care, really, I would keep chasing those European girls. So, what happened? How I ended up to be in a relationship with Kaori, with a Japanese girl, with an Asian girl? How that happened? If I never had any attraction for Asians, and I never had any attraction for this girl. So that's the thing. How? That's the question. How? Because after few months, at the time, in Bandenberg, we were all working in farms. We were planning to work in farms for 3 months to get our second working holiday. That honestly, I wanted to take it. I wanted to take, but wasn't sure if I would actually use it. But why not? So came back from work. As usual, I went in the hostel beer garden where everybody would go after working in the farms, for drinks, for beers, chat. And I remember that night like it was like now. I sat on this bench in the beer garden, and when I turned on my side, there was Kaori. It was this girl. I didn't know the name at the time. She was just sitting. She sat next to me, and I didn't know. She didn't know. We started to talk, and as soon she started to talk, there was something. There was like a transformation within myself. Till that moment, I did not feel anything for her. No sexual attraction, no emotional attraction. There was nothing. There was just, like I already told you, just tall girls, beautiful body, strange face. So what happened? I felt something like she was the most beautiful woman in the world. Something that I never felt. I felt like that was the biggest opportunity in my life. Like a woman, I felt like a woman like this will never come back in my life. How come? Until the day before, I did not care. I didn't give a shit. How come now she became the most beautiful woman in the world? How? Why? What I'm in control of? Why something changed? We don't know. I don't know. Who has the answer? I think nobody. Maybe few people that maybe had near that experience. They might had an insight about what's going on. But definitely for me, there was no control of my feelings. For me, it was something like, all of a sudden, something decided that I had to like that girl. I mean, this is the only explanation I can give it. You can't pass from not feeling anything to fall in love or perceive it as a love. I did a lot of crazy things for this girl. Crazy things. I almost hurt a guy throwing a bottle of wine against the wall after a range of jealousy, because she was going with a farmer, the owner of a land. How can you pass from not give a shit about a girl, from looking at a girl as just nothing special, nothing interesting, not even thinking about maybe having a relationship, nothing. How can you pass from this to fall in love, or to seeing her as the most beautiful girl in the world? So I feel that we are partially in control of our lives. There are something that we can affect with our thoughts that more than ever I think are seeds of creation. But something else feels like it has to happen. And I feel for our evolution, our growth, and I feel that always for the better, always for the good. There are no things not happening to make us bitter or worse, but they're happening to make us better. So obviously meeting Kaori, it changed the course of my future better than I would have been if I was playing basketball. But who decided that? I did not decide that. I did not decide to break my knee. I did not decide to meet Kaori. I did not decide my father dead. So this is not in my control. So it would be nice if you watch the video, you drop some line, tell me what you think. So I think that in this journey, as a human beings, we do have partial control of our existence, or in a simple way, I feel we are co-creator. Let me know what you think. See you next time and have a good day.